last, Enoch enters the tower. Each of the Watchers lives on a floor within the tower, along with their worshippers. The lowest level is reigned over by Ezekiel. Enoch enters the world inhabited by Ezekiel and her children in order to locate and bind her as the next step in his mission to save humanity.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's play El Shaddai. So, here we have a new enemy, called the Souls of the Beloved. They are not combat enemies.
Third-wingless spirits, doomed to roam the tower. If one possesses you, shake your body in order to drive it out.
They are obstacle-type enemies. They'll spawn in packs of 2 or 3, and they'll sort of float around, and after a few seconds they will fly at you.
It appears Ezekiel is watching you.
Yeah, I see you up there. Anyways, if the Souls of the Beloveds touch you, they will possess you and cause you to become completely stationary, making you vulnerable to any attacks, and also very likely to fall into pits if you're in the middle of a jump.
I knew you'd come.
Enoch.
I sense the presence of a little girl. She's looking for you, Enoch.
Ezeks. Now that we're in the tower proper, we will start encountering enemies that are themed towards the angel who rules the floor. In this case, we have Ezeks, or clouds, as I would suppose they would translate to. Additionally, they are keyed to specific weapons. You saw that these were called Ezek A's. The A stands for Arch. You will never see them wielding anything except an arch, besides, of course, their bare hands. They fight demonstrably differently from martyrs wielding arches, so they make for a nice bit of variety. Also, they have that attack. They slam into the ground and bloom a bunch of plants that can multi-hit you. It doesn't hit very hard, but you do want to avoid it. And here's our second new enemy, the Ezek G. Gale types. As with the Ezek A's, they have a unique, distinct look from the Martyrs and the Noctos, and also a demonstrably different attack pattern. They can attack with varying numbers of Gale knives, and when you disarm them, they can use their entire bodies as projectiles. They also have that right there, a super attack where they charge up and fire all of their knives at you at once. Finally, they also have that, their more powerful unarmed attack, where they sort of wildly shoot themselves about the arena with a blue trail. Not that difficult to avoid, but you do want to make sure to avoid it, because not only will it knock you up, but it'll do some good damage.
Hey. They're really not making it easy for us. Yeah, we're gonna be a while. Well, depends on what weapons he steals. Talk to you later. So,
You've come.
Alright, round 3, asshole. And this time I know your face. So, let's talk a little bit more about Azazel. The main difficulty with Azazel, as I said earlier, comes with that swarm of bugs. It really allows him to control the ground, meaning you have to do a lot of your attacks from the air. So the Veil is, by default, the preferred weapon to take him with.
This isn't over.
Ah, gotcha that time, bitch. What do we have here? Another Freeman. And what have you got for us? Well, I don't know. I personally know some people who rather like storms. So now we see a little mix of enemies so we can get a direct comparison between the Essex and the Martyrs. Yeah, that spinning top attack right there is probably their most dangerous one, just because of how many times it can hit you. Of course, if you guard your way through it, you can get behind them all and really smack them around.
Stand near this object and purify it to receive one of God's weapons. Which weapon you receive depends on the object's state.
Do you remember way back when I said Fruits of Wisdom would literally never come up again? I did mean literally. They do have a form here in the actual game proper.
Ezekiel abandoned heaven for the natural beauty of this world. However, this love of hers has grown into an obsession.
Out here, they are weapon caches. You can pull any weapon that you have previously obtained from them. And they're very useful in that they sprinkle them throughout the stage. However, they do disappear after their use, so make sure you choose wisely. Now, in order to get that large flame of power over there, you need the Gale. You need its dashing speed to get high enough buff.
An obsession that will eventually destroy the very world she adores.
There's that name again. When are we gonna meet this Ishtar? I love doing that. Just getting up in the air and slamming a guy 50 times. Of course, it's not always wise, but it is always fun. So I would say that the primary danger of the Gale types is their high mobility. They're very fast and they can very easily get out of your view. Also, they're very good at dodging out of the way of your guard breaks. Not that they ever really guard at all, but if you're like me and you sort of do those attacks reflexively, then you can have some trouble hitting them and keeping up your combos on them. But they juggle just like everybody else. So if you can get them up in the air with the arch, you're golden.
At last, the final weapon. That's a veil. Go on, take it.
weapon.
Oh man.
Conscious and steal his weapon.
Oh man, give me that shit. We're gonna get punchy. Come on, give it. Give it up. Come on, give it here.
What are you waiting for? Grab a...
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Punching makes me feel good.
The veil provides superior defense. Its destructive power will aid you as well.
Got a freaking wall taped to my fists. Punch shit apart. Look at that. Louder than God's revolver and twice as shiny. Come on, give me something more to hit. Alright, let's talk about the veil here for a second. It's punchy! Yeah! Okay, so it's the slowest of all the weapons, but it also hits the hardest. Also, it's a shield. So it's got the strongest guard of any of the weapons. It's also, to me, the most viscerally satisfying. Every time you land a hit on something, the game slows down a tiny bit so you can feel every hit. Yeah, that feels good.
Hey. Yeah. He's finally got a veil. There's no need to worry on that count. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be a problem. Look, he's figured out how to use everything so far. Yeah. Talk later.
Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.